The Holy Father's apostolic exhortation is jam-packed with important information, and here to sort through some of the major highlights is the national correspondent for The Tablet and Crux, Christopher White. And Christopher, why did the Holy Father decide not to decide on the hot-button issues of married priests and women deacons?
Yeah, there was so much anticipation, and now, some people are saying, what, No, I think the Pope has a number of plausible reasons. One, the Pope himself has expressed unease with this in the past over the years. He just says, before he makes something such a bold move, he wants to discern it further.
Right.
As we've seen him do with women deacons in the past, he's had a commission on that. He's going to, he said at the Synode's conclusion last October that he's going to relaunch that.
Okay.
I think it's quite plausible we'll see something like that on the question of married priests.
Okay.
Also, one of the things that he really has emphasized both in the original final document and again in the exhortation is the fact that he wants the church to carve out and embrace a new Amazonian rite within the church. And I think that is sort of the space in which he perhaps wants to work those questions out.
All right, so what are the reactions so far to what Francis has written?
Well, okay, there were people on both sides that were both sort of cheering this on, and also those that were anxious about this prospect. So, for those that were strongly entrenched in either camp, for or against, some are either breathing a sigh of relief or others, a bit disappointed.
Frustrated,
but, I think a lot of people just say, look, it's an open door, so a lot of people are kind of just keeping their powder dry.
All right, so what happens next now that the document's been released?
Well, so what Pope Francis does in this letter is to really call the world to action. And so this, Cardinal Humes, who presided over the Synod, has asked every single bishop around the world to have their own press conference and their own sort of release and sort of say, what can we do on a local level? So I think that's sort of the first way it will be digested. And of course, on the sort of Roman side of things, we'll await sort of further commissions on the question of deacons, priests, and those bigger questions. But the Pope has said time and time again he doesn't want those sort of particular pastoral concerns to obscure the fact that he's really calling the entire world to really care for the people of the Amazon, because what happens there affects everyone.
All right, national correspondent for The Tablet and Crux, Christopher White, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.